All right, back here on Lewis Live. If you want to send an email to me, that's longlivelewislive@gmail.com, and you can see some of our episodes up on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook under Ari Lewis, ARILOUIS, joined in studio by Radio Mike, and we're going to talk some Israel Lacrosse. On the line right now, a member of the Israel Lacrosse national team, Matt Flapan. Matt, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Ari, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, for sure. Now, two of your teammates, Noah Miller and Sleepy Jake Silberchuk, are joining the Israeli Defense Forces, and I want to know I understand they're in basic training right now. Is that correct?
Correct. I actually dropped them off on December 10th at the back home.
Okay. Now, Radio Mike brought up an interesting point regarding that a lot of athletes in Israel have the status known as a sports status, where they're involved with their sport or their team, and they don't have to serve in the Defense Forces, at least in a combat role. Can you tell us a bit why that didn't apply to Noah and Jake, and can you tell us about the units that they joined?
Sure. Well, also there's another person, Matthew Cherry, who joined 4 months before them, and he's already in his unit in Givati.
Okay.
And pretty much they decided they wanted to join because, we served our country one way, serving through the sport of lacrosse, competing nationally. And then it's just, they felt like they have a bunch of other friends and teammates who served, like myself. I was a former lone soldier. Our goalie, Reuven, who's a doctor in 44, lives in Jerusalem. So, they felt a strong enough connection. They found a strong connection through lacrosse to come over here to the country. And then the connection was even strong enough that, they decided that they wanted to serve.
Okay, so that's an interesting point there. Go ahead, Ready, Mike.
Let me ask you a question. How many lacrosse teams are there in Israel, and where do they play? Because I haven't heard too much about lacrosse in Israel.
Well, we have teams down in Ashkelon, Tel Aviv, Netanya, and we're expanding to Haifa in the spring. Right now,
anything coming up in Jerusalem?
In Jerusalem, we actually have our main goal right now is doing youth development, which is so we have some people on the ground in there in Jerusalem. And actually, a funny story about that. About a month and a half ago, I had two young fellows from Yeshiva in Jerusalem come to our Tel Aviv lacrosse embassy to rent lacrosse sticks because they played growing up, and they're over here on a year course doing yeshiva, and they're just throwing the ball around, getting their sticks back getting their hands back on the stick.
All right, again, we're speaking with Matt Flapan from Israel Lacrosse. Now, how long did Noah and Jake sign up for? How long will they be in the service?
Noah's doing 18 months, and he's going to go be doing. He wants to be a Krav Maga instructor because his whole life growing up, he's done martial arts, so he has a strong background in that. And Jake, so Noah decided to volunteer more time than everyone who's got their Savri shown only had to do 6 months. So, Noah decided to up the ante and do 18 months, same with Matthew Cherry. And Jake's going to do the 6-month course and try and be like Madrid kosher.
Okay. So then after that, it's going to take a while for Noah to get back with the team, but Jake would be able to play in summer games, correct?
Yes, and hopefully also when they, a lot of time the Chaylim get off for the weekends, and they're already asking all their Mashati Tash and all their direct commanders for off for special events to be able to still compete with us.
Wow, so how about that? So they're training for the military, doing a lot of physical exercise, and then when they have time off, they want to play lacrosse.
Yeah, that's, we're keeping them in part of the community. We have, when they come home for the weekends, we're cooking them Shabbat dinners. So, we take care of people, everybody inside of our lacrosse community.
That's awesome. That's good stuff there. And I guess, how do you think it's going to affect the team to not have Noah, Matthew, and Jake for a very long period of time, and then Jake for the 6-month period of time?
Well, most of our tournaments, really our next main tournament that we're looking forward to is the European World Championships, which is the summer 2016, when they will just be finishing their year-and-a-half service. So we'll be able to all just get back together and then, go compete in the Euros and hopefully take home the gold. All
right, so it's kind of good time when they did the Army.
Correct.
This is the year and a half to do it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Radio Mike.
No, I wish you a lot of luck. I didn't even know there was a lacrosse team in Israel, and if they win the championship, you'll get an arena built in the center of Jerusalem.
Oh, well, I didn't say that, by the way. Radio Mike said that. So any legalities, contact Radio Mike.
Well, we're certainly rooting for you.
Yes, no doubt. All right, and I guess last question. I mean, Sleepy Jake, he's going to have to get up pretty early for those drills. You think he's going to be able to get that done?
Yeah, I actually saw him last weekend, and he's slowly but surely adjusting to the lifestyle. Getting commanded around, told what to do, waking up early and stuff. So I'm sure he'll be able to power through it and make it happen.
All right, I think after his service, I'll have him back on. We're going to change his nickname to Awake Jake. I think that's what we'll do. All right.
Yeah.
Jake knows I love him. So congratulations to Noah and Jake for serving the Armed Forces, and Matthew Cherry as well. And hopefully everyone can all reunite in about 18 months and win the gold. Matt, we know you're busy. Thanks for the time today here on Lewis Live, and enjoy all the practices for Israel Lacrosse.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right, be well.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, that was Matt Flapan of Israel Lacrosse talking about his teammates Matthew Cherry, Noah Miller, and Jake Silberchuk joining the Israeli Defense Forces.